Well, hey there, ABC. Today, not very long video at all, pretty short, but just want to. We were asking the question, how do I pick which scriptures to read? And instead of giving you a video that explains, how do you go about choosing your scriptures and that kind of stuff, I actually found a really helpful article online that I would love to point all of you towards. So you can see that in the show notes below this video, or you can actually go in the email that I sent out earlier. There's also a link to a button in that email to be able to access the article that I'm talking about. But it's a really helpful article, and it gives different ways to start to develop like a Bible reading plan and that kind of stuff. So instead of remake the wheel, I just figured I'd point to those other resources. But I will say one thing and point one particular thing out about that article, and that is if you have questions, because the reality is you are going to be reading something in Scripture many times that makes you just go, I don't understand this, because I do it. Like, I run into things in Scripture that I read and I go, whoa, wait a second, like, what's going on here? And so I want to let you know what you can do to be able to resolve that, or if you run into questions. Number one, I'd say, like, if you run into something that you don't understand, it can be really tempting to get stuck on that. Don't let it get you stuck, and even the article talks about that. But just write it down, write the question down, prepare it. Maybe you can do some research on it later. There are some good resources. Again, those resources are also below this video. Those resources are in the article, places where you can go to do a little bit of research. But if you want to get that question answered, you can ask a pastor. You can ask any of our elders as you run into questions. But the point being is, more than anything else, I think it's just important that we get into Scripture. And so this article that you see below this video and the email, it's built to help you develop a plan, and don't let the questions or the things that you don't understand stop you from continuing to read. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today, and I look forward to talking to all of you tomorrow.